welcome back to Davecon FX channel. Alright, today we'll be looking at the two currency pairs we've put off before now that's doing quite well. I'll be looking at what next we're expecting from those currency pairs. And then again, before we proceed with what we have for today, I would like to give you a privilege information. Remember, today is the first day of the 5 Nights of Glory 2021. You don't want to miss that. Right, so in case you're not a member of Salvation Ministries or you were not a member, you're not in church on Sunday, I'll give you a privilege information, so thank me later. Papa said, come prepared. He's going to minister on the Holy Spirit about life. So meaning any dead thing in your life is going to come back to life. So Holy Ghost is going to breathe on any dead thing in your life. So you want to come prepared. So Papa gave us this information as people that are in church on Sunday. So now you thank me later. Back to what we'll have for today. Now we'll analyze these two currency pairs. Something last week or last 2 weeks is on the YouTube channel. If you've not watched that, go ahead and search that on the YouTube channel and you can find these two currency pairs, EURGBP. Now, who said that EURGBP is going to be making a sell? If you look at this, we banked a lot of pips on this currency pair, right? So we talked about when this EURGBP was going to make a high, and it made that. It was going to make this high. Alright, so when it was going to make this high, it made that. It was going to make this, it made that, and then this, it made that. So all the way down. So we banked 100 pips up, 100 pips down, and 100 pips up, over 100 pips. And then we're bagging over 100 pips going down. So meaning we've bagged way over 400 to 500 pips only on this pair. Now, the simplest way to make money in the forex market is find a good setup, trade it heavily, right? Do not jump from one pair to another that you have less percentage of accuracy on, just to be able to make sure that you're trading across currency pairs. You can find a good pair and you make all the money you want to make on that pair, all right? So because it gives you an edge, it gives you like a peace of mind trading a pair you have high accuracy on, so that way you can increase your risk on that and make more money. So again, that's for balanced traders. If you're new here, please do manage your risk, and it's very important that you do that to remain in business for a long time. Alright, so now again, we're finding this EURGBP making its way all the way down. Now if you look at it from, let's say you joined late and you took the trade from here, which we analyzed that here, you're going to be up over 190 pips, 197 pips, right? So you are going to back up that. So remember that on the 1 day time frame, we gave this zone to be a take profit, right? To give out this zone to be a take profit. Now again, the market is already there, right? So it means that market is already giving us a first take profit is already up. Now, what else are we expecting from this pair? Of course, like every other pair, we're going to expect a pullback, and it's already up that. So we can be having a pullback, like what I can see on this pair. We can be having a pullback of up to, let's use the Fibonacci, if we're up to say 38.2%, either 38.2% or that. So we can be having a pullback of the market, making a pullback to that high, right? So you want to trade with caution at this time. If you want to buy, of course, buy with caution, because you can reverse at any time. I'm still seeing a sell on this trade. I'm still seeing EURGBP breaking this strong support, which is here, this strong zone here. I'll point that out, don't worry. This strong zone here, I still see EURGBP breaking this strong zone here and making its way down to this one. So now how do we write that down? I still think using our Fibo, which is my best tool. Alright, so we're going to be using the Fibo levels to be taking profit at all times for swing traders. Now after the market makes a pullback, like I said, but let me get the chart clear. Let me remove all this. After the market makes a pullback to 38.2 Fibo or 50.0, 23.6, now how do we know the market is it's going to return back to its low? What else do we see? Now on those zones, you're going to find something on the lower time frame. When the market is set to go down again, you're going to find something. So when the market makes a pullback to this high, to this one here, make something like this. We cannot expect something like that. Now this is not going to happen in 1 week time frame. This you're going to be finding in the lower time frame on the EURGBP. So expect the market probably to pull back to this particular zone it took off from, which is this point. When it does something like this, you're going to expect something like that. So that way you're going to know when to sell again. Okay, so for now the market is on its way up because of the pullback it wants to make, and that's one thing I saw on this page. Alright, so another thing the market can do at this point is not to even pull back to that zone, just make it its way. At the point it is now, you can start finding, okay, it's already doing that, so we're expecting that pullback. We're expecting it to go a high, right? More up, go up. We're expecting something like that, before we find it down. That's for EURGBP. So it's at its point of pullback at this time. So you don't want to sell that now. It's really taking over 400 pips. If you started from the beginning, you've made over 400 to 500 pips. If you started late, you've made over 100 pips on this pair. So now this is for EURGBP. Let's take a look at GBP/JPY. Now, if you remember this analysis, looking at it from the higher time frame, it was at the zone. Which was a strong resistance for retail traders, and we'll say it was going to break to this zone. It was going to break to this zone, this one here. So it actually broke to that zone here, right? So now we also say it's going to break above. On our previous analysis, if you watch that, we also say it's going to come to this one, which is, you can likely find it on this zone. So now it's making it, it has hit this first one that one analyzed, which is, if you took up the trade at GBP/JPY, I know it has a high pips, you should be up, already up good number of pips. That's it. Took up the trade from somewhere there, you will have made over 200 pips. So you would have been on good profit on that trade. So meaning if you were trading with 1.0 lot size, you're going to be making over 2,000 something pips, depending on your account size. Guys, remember, it's all about risk, right? So what is the reward for the risk I'm about taking? That's what forex trading is all about. What is the reward for the risk I'm about taking? So is my reward going to, if you place that well, is my reward going to come out well, or it's my reward going to turn out bad? So you want to be very, very conscious of that, because at the end you have to be conscious of protecting the funds you came to the market with. You have to be conscious of protecting the funds you came to the market with. So you want to be careful of that. Alright, so that's for these two currency pairs. And amazingly, it's going really well. Now we're going to also be dropping another currency pair today. I'm watching that pair during mid London section. I'm going to look at that pair again. I'm going to analyze that pair. Remember, what we'll do basically is to analyze currency pair and high accuracy, so that way already traders knows what they're looking for. If you're new, you know where the currency to be looking at for. So we're going to be looking at other currency pairs today. I'm going to be dropping that today again. So you want to subscribe to this channel. While all the currency pairs comes up live, you're going to see them, and as a trader, you're going to, as I said earlier, know the currency pair to be looking out for. If you're new, of course, it's going to help you take out pairs that has high accuracy for the day or for the week or for the month, depending on the analysis. So guys, today I'm going to be dropping another currency pair. It's a promise. I'm going to do that. I'm watching on the currency pair. I'm not going to give out the name. I'm watching at the currency pair mid London section, as I said earlier. I'm going to look at that, and I'm going to drop also that analysis. Right, so now before I end this video, I would like to also show us where else GBPJPY is going to. Remember that we said that we're expecting it to also come to this zone. So I mean, after this pullback or something, we'll still have it rally up. But before we do that again, we're going to be finding something on the lower time frame, which is, this is 1 hour time frame. So if it's going to rise from here, how you will know that it's ready? Then you're going to be finding something like that. So if you see something, a structure like that, you know that it's ready to go up. All right, so it can dip more. It can dip more from the zone we already have it now. I mean, it can just do something like that, dip more before that. But again, for confirming entry, for returning back to the original direction, which is on the higher time frame, we're going to find something of this nature before we'll take it up. So that's what I can see on those trades. So we don't know how far it wants to dip, so that's why we're waiting for a structure like that before we go ahead and continue our buy direction. You can see before it even starts going down, it made something like that. So again, we're waiting for it to make something like that. So that's basically how the forex market is programmed. Not only the forex market, thankfully, including Bitcoin, if you want to find out. All right, so visit our website also, you can get more information on that. So you're free to contact us at any time. So including Bitcoin, including stocks, anything that has that's chart has same structure. That's the way it is. That's the way every structure is programmed to work, because we also have similar people controlling this or this market. So they tend to do the same thing. They tend to do the same algorithm over time. So it's the same thing almost on all the currency pair. Now Bitcoin is the one, the other cryptocurrency, and then Bitcoin also is following that direction. So when it wants to be pumped, you will see a structure. When it wants to be dumped, you see a structure. So things like that. So you're learning this from Davecon FX. You're sure to be able to work around everything, including stocks, including everything, currencies, cryptocurrencies. You're sure to use the same knowledge and apply to other things you trade in case you don't trade currency. So it's going to also help you to be balanced in your analysis, to be inform you about what the industry is all about. So that's basically what we do in FX. In our academy, Davecon FX will help you to realize who you're dealing with and how to be able to manage. Because if you don't understand who you're up against, how can you know how to manage such body? So you want to understand what goes around in the industry, and that way you're psychologically balanced to be able to ride the forex market. So that way also you will understand the I call it the tricks, the games, everything. I don't know anytime you want to use for it. But again, like I said, and I always say in my video, that everything that moves in the forex market is out of the LD, deliberate logical decision. Everything, all right? So there's no fight here, and there's no with the traders, we were told there's a fight in the forex market. There's no fight here. I will keep saying that in all the videos. There's no fight here till it sinks in the retail traders' mind. There is no fight in the forex market, all right? So everything here is out of deliberate logical decision. We don't want to trade against these guys. Guys, be careful. So let's do this. Like I promised earlier, I'm going to drop another video on that, all right? So another video on a different currency pair to analyze that, and also give a high accuracy direction for that currency pair. All right, thank you all for watching this.